We all wanna change. We all wanna be somebody else. I wanna visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs.
Hello and welcome to Desertwood Days. I'm your host, Kathy Blaze, and I am here with author and advocate for women over 50, Mrs. Cheryl Garrison. Welcome.
Thank you, Kathy. It's good to be here. It's good to see you.
Such a pleasure. It's been such a while.
I know.
Is that the pandemic here?
Yeah, it is.
I'm loving it.
Well, thank you. It's a little different look for me, but I'm getting used to it, and it serves its purpose.
Sure. So you created a book for women over 50, becoming 50 or something.
Becoming 50-something.
Becoming
yes.
50-something. Could you tell us what inspired you to create this book?
I wanted women over 50 to be able to tell their stories, their journey to this age, because we all have stories to tell. And as you're going through and raising your children and finishing up your careers, the things that happen to us on our way to 50, those are stories that we need to share. And so many women were sharing their stories that I knew that at some point in my career, I'd have to capture those stories and put them in a book. And so becoming 50-something is really about, how did I get here?
Right.
What was the journey? What was the road? And then how did I get over whatever happened to me on the way there? And I can encourage women. It's also inspiration and empowerment for women over 50.
That is awesome because, in the entertainment world, when you start to get a certain age, we're dealing with ageism in our mind because the world is already putting out these things that we're getting old, but we're dealing with it in our own heads. So this is a great empowerment too for these women, even in the industry, in the entertainment industry.
And you find it in as we look at the women who we grew up with as actresses, and there are points in time when you're on this journey that you start to feel invisible.
Right.
But what's great is to see the women who are making strides in their 50s and telling us all that you don't have to sink into yourself, that you can dream again, you can be again. Right. And so becoming 50-something is about getting to that point.
Becoming 50-something is the new 30.
Right, exactly.
Hey, look at Betty White.
I know.
What is she, about in her 80s or
90s?
90s?
Yeah, late
and
90s.
She is still out there showing us that age is just a number.
It is.
That is totally awesome. Yeah. Due to the ageism in our Western world, how was the book received? How was it received?
It was a bestseller.
Wow! Yeah. Congratulations!
It was, and the women who gave me verbal reviews and written reviews on the book, it was exactly what they needed. Right. The stories, there were stories about grief, overcoming grief, stories of women starting businesses, stories of women who had gone through domestic violence and had found their way out. And so when they read the book, they saw themselves and they realized that this 50-something thing is okay.
Right.
I can do and I can be something really spectacular in my 50s and beyond.
That is awesome because you know what? The world shows us things, whether visually on TV and magazines, they show this image of what you're not at a certain age or a certain size or whatever. So we're not seeing ourselves. So to receive something like this, to say it's okay to be 50-something, it's okay to look like this or to be this size, that is amazing. That is amazing. We need more of that. Cheryl, you are also working with women over 50 on startup businesses.
Yes.
Which, women, let's say, at that mindset, at that age, they're usually thinking about retirement. So now you're telling these ladies, you don't have to retire. You can start your business and keep living life.
Exactly. And most women, when they do get to that age and they find themselves retired, they realize I'm not ready to stop. And so they don't want to go back into the workplace. And so what I do is I help them use their expertise and their skills or their talents and create their own businesses.
That is amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing. So we're not retiring all these skilled people. We're showing them that the skill sets that they do have, they can go off and create their own business.
Exactly.
And retire when they're ready to.
Exactly. And use whatever things that they learn in the workplace or they learn on the way to being 50-something and use that to earn extra income to travel. We love traveling over 50.
Yes.
That's the time we don't have to have our children with us.
Right.
We can go and do and be.
That's when they want to come back home then so they can travel with you.
Right. And so this gives them that extra income that they want.
Yeah.
And I always start, when I start my training with women, is we start with that confidence level so that they can sort of lose all that baggage that we learned about our capabilities and what we're able to do and where we're limited and all of that, and just reverse that and know that all that stuff is really what makes us dynamic.
And you know what I truly believe that helps is a person creating their image and knowing who they are. Okay, I'm not just this woman over 50. I'm this person. This is who I am.
Right.
And this is what I want the world to see. And I believe that is what you're teaching them.
We always start with identity because we when we're coming to this point, we're mother, we're wife, we're sister, we're church musician, we're secretary, we're whatever we're doing. All of these roles, and we forget that we are, like, I am Cheryl.
Right.
And there's some things about me that are unique.
Right.
And there's some skills that I have that no one else has.
Right.
And so once I tap into that, then I can decide to start my business, 50-something lifestyle. I can be that coach. I can be that author. I can be that speaker.
Right.
Because I'm no longer looking at myself in this limited frame.
Right. So how did becoming 50-something help Cheryl?
It helped me by reaffirming that there are other women who have come through. And like I said, the women in the book who share their stories, some of those stories I lived, and the women who read the book lived. And so when I read through the stories as people were submitting them and I was putting the book together, it helped me to overcome some things that I had been through as well. And I know if I was being helped and I'm the one putting the book together, it had to help someone else. And so it also prompted me to start this as a project, a movement. I'm actually working on book 2 to let other women tell their stories.
Wonderful. Okay, so we do have our male audience out there, and they may be saying, well, I'm over 50, what can I do? What would you say to that male? I mean, if they wanted to be a part of this, is this something you would offer to them or assist them with?
Actually, I'm going to be very honest. I only work with women, and I do that specifically because there are so many male-dominated things in our world already. And men have things, all kinds of things that support them. My husband, he has all of his little fraternities. He has his sport things. And not that I'm putting that down, but for me, it's us. It's women who, at this point in our lives, I believe need that extra little push of support.
Okay, brothers. She said that she's not going to help you, but she'll direct you to the person that will help you, okay?
Exactly. My husband and I have talked about maybe we'll do 50-something women and 50-something men, and he can handle that part of it. But,
okay. So where can our audience find you, Cheryl?
Well, I am online. I'm on Facebook. I'm in the social media, and I have a website, 50somethinglifestyle.com. And on Facebook, I have 50-something, and I have a Facebook group called 50-something Women's Network.
Wonderful.
And in that group, we bring together a community of women who share their businesses, they share their events, they share their stories, things that are going with them on a day-to-day basis.
Oh.
So it's not hard to find me. Just type in 50-something
Type in
lifestyle.
50-something and you will find
You
it.
will find me.
It was such a pleasure having you here with us today, and we look forward to 50-something too.
Yes, I will be coming out at the end of the year.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you for joining us today, and we'll catch you next time on Desertwood Days.